What's up, my comic comrades? Back in 2018, we highlighted the debate over who is the most intelligent character in the DC universe, which is a topic that becomes convoluted pretty quickly when you start weighing in all the godlike characters, or even DC's standing deity, the Presence. So all that complication got us thinking, what if we just narrow it down to human characters? And that's exactly what we did, but let's emphasize this is our list, so some of you are definitely gonna see it as controversial. Regardless, today we're gonna count down our list of the 10 most intelligent human characters in the entire DC universe. And before you ask, yes, we're gonna follow up with the same for the Marvel universe in a few weeks, so be on the lookout for that one. And before we dive in, remember to subscribe to our podcast channels as well. If you enjoy what we do here on the main channel and you're looking for even more in-depth discussion on topics like this, Variant the Podcast is what you're looking for. So make sure to subscribe over there and set up the notifications so you never miss an episode. Links for that are in the description. I'll also add a reminder that tomorrow, Saturday, August 8th, we'll be doing a live unboxing and review of 2 new statues from DC Direct on our Variant Facebook page. DC was kind enough to send over this designer series Harley Quinn and this Superman vs. Darkseid battle statue. And we're gonna be giving you guys an up-close look at each of these dope pieces. Again, that's tomorrow, Saturday, August 8th on the Variant Facebook page. You'll also find a link for that in the description. But now let's count down some DC Brainiacs. Well, not that Brainiac, but you guys get what I'm saying. Roll the bumper. Leading off at number 10, we have Barbara Gordon. This one might be a surprise to some of you, but it shouldn't be. Aside from being trained by Batman himself, Barbara has proven herself to have an incredible intellect. As Batgirl, Barbara manages to outsmart and outmaneuver some of DC's greatest villains, even without the brute strength that Bruce possesses. However, it's her time as Oracle that really pushes her over the top and onto our list. After being shot by the Joker in the Killing Joke story, Barbara was paralyzed from the waist down. But instead of giving up, she focused on using her photographic memory and mental strength to become a world-class hacker, intelligence gatherer, and the woman in the chair for both the Bat family and the Justice League. In that capacity, she was known to regularly break into the most intensely encrypted top-secret government databases in the world, including the Pentagon, all to share that info with the heroes on the ground to protect the innocent. She may be Batgirl once again, and her Oracle days are behind her, but she has more than earned her spot on this list. Coming in at number 9 is Tim Drake. This one couldn't be more simple because we all know that Tim Drake is easily the most intelligent of the Robins. In addition to being trained by and fighting alongside Batman, he's also been a leader of the Teen Titans. But the reason I say his position on our list is simple is due to the fact that Bruce Wayne, Batman himself, has said on several occasions that Tim would one day surpass him in both intellect and skill. And if you know anything about Batman, that isn't something he would say easily. Case closed. At number 8, we have Thomas Oscar Morrow, or more commonly known as Tomorrow. For those of you who may not be familiar with him, Tomorrow is a villain who first appeared in The Flash issue 143 in 1964. He's a former professor, a brilliant inventor, and a scientific genius who has made his biggest mark in the field of robotics. To put his genius intellect into perspective, he created Red Tornado, Red Torpedo, and Red Inferno, and a freaking time machine as just a few of his most notable inventions. And to take that a step further, Red Tornado was designed to infiltrate the Justice League and sabotage them from within. And he would have succeeded if it wasn't for the fact that Tomorrow also made Red Tornado's artificial intelligence so advanced that the futuristic android ultimately decided his creator was wrong and sided with the Justice League. But if that wasn't enough for you, Morrow also partnered with Professor Ivo to create Tomorrow Woman and somehow give her the first artificial soul. Yeah, try to wrap your head around that junk. Number 7 on our list is Ted Kord Blue Beetle. This one might be a bit controversial with some of you, as you may have placed him higher or lower, but in the end, this is where he landed on our list. Ted Kord is the second Blue Beetle and has one of the most brilliant scientific minds on Earth. As a master of everything from aeronautics and engineering to chemistry and physics, Ted designed his own tech and equipment while simultaneously running his own multi-billion-dollar research and development company. He is so intelligent that some characters have even stated he is smarter than Batman himself, but obviously I disagree with that one. At number 6, we have Ray Palmer Adam. This is a guy who heroes look to when they need help sciencing. Ray started as a university professor with a PhD in physics, where he designed and engineered his Atom exosuit. The name Atom is an acronym which stands for Advanced Technology Operating Mechanism. The suit essentially allows him to shrink himself down to subatomic levels while maintaining his mass. In this incredible shrunken state, he has also discovered the micro-universe. And to give you an idea of how dangerous that makes him, he once rearranged atoms into kryptonite in Superman's bloodstream. Essentially, his tech and vast intelligence makes him one of the most dangerous and powerful humans in all of DC. Coming in at number 5 is Hiro Okamura, also known as the Toy Master. This crazy mechanical genius is a teenager from Japan with an IQ around 210, making him not only one of the smartest humans in the DC universe, but also the youngest. That being the case, many of his intentions are inspired by anime and manga, including his giant composite Batman-Superman robot, which he built as a 7-year-old. A factoid that if he weren't a fictional character would make me feel seriously unaccomplished. Anyway, in addition to building powerful mech robots, Toy Master is a computer genius, expert in cybernetics, physics, weapons technology, and much more. All before finishing puberty, mind you. Not too shabby. At number 4, we have Ozymandias. This is where the intelligence kicks up a notch, as he's not only one of the most intelligent human among the Watchmen, some argue he is one of the top 2 most intelligent humans in DC. Obviously, there's a few above him on this list, but his intelligence is immense nonetheless. His real name, of course, is Adrian Veidt, and he was born with an eidetic memory, giving him the ability to perfectly recall every piece of information he consumes. This makes him almost like a computer in his ability to process and analyze data, which in turn makes him a master tactician and strategist. On top of this, he is a brilliant physicist, historian, and inventor, all of which he used to deceive the world into believing it had been invaded by aliens from an alternate dimension. If you'd like to know more about the character, check out our Origin of Ozymandias episode right here. The bottom line is, Ozymandias definitely deserves his place on the list. Leading off the top 3 is another heavy hitter. I'm talking about Michael Holt, aka Mr. Terrific. While this dude isn't number 1, he isn't far off. Mr. Terrific is a multi-level genius with 14 different PhDs ranging from medicine to engineering to physics, making him by far the most intelligent member of the JSA. By 6 years old, Holt had mastered the space-time continuum theory and was challenging the work of the greatest scientists in the world. Later in life, as Mr. Terrific, he partnered with Batman to create the satellite/supercomputer known as Brother Eye, which monitors and tracks planetary-level threats for the Justice League. Essentially, his incredible ability to absorb and adapt to new information means he is constantly getting smarter. He more recently founded and leads his own team known as the Terrifics, but it's his super intellect that gives this hero his moniker. Number 2 on our list is gonna break the cardinal rule: never claim to know more than the publisher's settled canon. Well, I'm gonna do it anyway, placing Lex Luthor at number 2. Geoff Johns in DC openly stated that Lex Luthor is DC's most intelligent man, and obviously the character has a serious list of reasons for that to be so. I mean, we're talking about a human being who has been an endless thorn in the side of Superman for decades, using nothing more than his sheer evil genius. His nearly unmatched brilliant yet villainous mind has allowed him to build LexCorp, one of the most powerful tech giants in the world, from the ground up, with Lex being personally responsible for many, if not most, of the company's greatest scientific accomplishments. And we're talking about breakthrough in medicine, defense, advanced robotics, computer technologies, and the list goes on. He's so intelligent that he's been able to reverse engineer incredibly advanced alien tech and use it to his advantage. In short, Lex Luthor has basically mastered every field of science known in the universe, and he wields this super intelligence with absolute cunning and certainty, executing the most strategically superior solution in almost any given circumstance, regardless of the odds. But you may have noticed the word almost in there, and that leads us to the case for number 1. As you probably already figured out by now, number 1 on this list is the Dark Knight himself, Bruce Wayne Batman. He's the world's greatest detective and tactician, who has shown the ability to outsmart and defeat even the most powerful metas. A perfect example of this was during the JLA Tower of Babel story, where Batman was shown to have a secret contingency plan to take down every single member of the Justice League in the event they were to turn evil. Examples like that, as well as his involvement in creating the Brother Eye system with Mr. Terrific, as I mentioned earlier, also shows what a brilliant scientific mind Bruce has. But I don't need to rattle off all of Batman's masteries or feats of genius. After all, he is the most popular character in comic book history for a reason, or at least one of them. What's important here is to explain why we're breaking canon to place Bats at number 1 over Lex Luthor. Well, to start, we have to acknowledge 2 things. 1, like most superheroes, Batman is guided by a set of rules or principles that prohibit him from taking certain actions or embracing certain behaviors. Among those is the do not kill rule. That being the case, Batman is constrained from completely unleashing what he is capable of. On the other hand, Lex Luthor is a narcissistic megalomaniac who has displayed few boundaries in the pursuit of his ambitions and goals, giving him the ability to go full throttle without reservation in every situation. And that brings us to the recent confrontation in DC's Year of the Villain story arc, where a now superhuman Lex Luthor, known known as Apex Lex, imbued with powers of the freaking Martian Manhunter, goes head to head with the Batman Who Laughs, which is just the evil, unrestricted version of Bruce Wayne Batman. To sum it up, Apex Lex thinks he has defeated the Batman Who Laughs and brings him to Perpetua for final judgment, only to find out that he was played and outsmarted by the evil Batman, who used his audience with Perpetua to have Lex stripped of his powers and left with nothing. Or stated another way, a massively overpowered Lex Luthor was still not enough to defeat a fully unchained and unrestricted Bruce Wayne. If that isn't a statement of Batman's truly dominating and superior intelligence, I don't know what is. Bottom line is, in our view, Bruce Wayne Batman is the most intelligent human in the entire DC universe. But with all of that said, that wraps up our list of the 10 smartest humans in the DC universe. But what is your list? Let us know in the comment section down below. And just like that, that brings today's episode of Variant to a close. But if you enjoyed today's episode, be sure to check out this one right here. And if you like our content, be sure to subscribe, like, and comment. It always helps us out. But I'll see you guys next time when I talk about all things comics.